Hello and hello. Welcome back to the Undisputed Champ YouTube boxing channel. We've got an exciting video today. Today we're talking about the AJ versus Fury fight announcement. It was announced earlier last week, but I just wanted to give it some time to simmer. I've gone through a range of emotions. When I heard the announcement, I was super excited. Then I was like, oh, we haven't actually got all the details yet. And then I was like, we don't need all the details, but now a bit of time has passed. I've been able to gather a bit more information, and I think I have a little bit of an idea of what's going on and what we're waiting to hear, etc., etc. So I'm going to share that with you. But yeah, the fight, it's been announced that they both signed, and I'm just, this is what we want in boxing. This channel is called the Undisputed Champ because as I keep on banging on, we want undisputed champions. We've been seeing it at light welterweight. We've seen it at cruiserweight. We're about to see it at light welterweight again. Hopefully we see it at welterweight. Like, we want undisputed champions. This is what we live for. This is what we dream for as boxing fans. The era that's gone by of undisputed champions, of like Marvin Hagler, undisputed champions like Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson. Those eras have gone now, but now it's looking like we're getting back to that time where fighters want to collect all the belts and they're not content with just having a belt or two belts or three belts. They want to have all the belts and call themselves the undisputed champion of the division. So, what do we know thus far about the AJ Fury fight? Well, it's been released that they've signed a 2-fight deal. The purse split of the first fight is 50-50. So obviously that would have been a large part of the negotiation, but that's out of the way. And then the second fight, whoever wins the first fight will get a 60% split, and whoever was loser in this first fight will get a 40% split in the second fight. So the second fight is going to be 60-40. And yeah, I can't complain about that. I think there was a bit of pushback in the early days from AJ's side saying, why are we giving 50-50 when we've got proven higher pay-per-view buys, etc., etc. But Fury's proven his worth with the Wilder wins, and if we want to make the fight, someone had to give up some ground, and I think it's fair, and I've got no qualms with it. I don't really like talking about boxers' money. I don't like to pocket watch like that, so I'm just happy that the monetary side of things is sorted. Then, where is the fight going to take place? So it's looking like, well, not even looking like, it's been pretty much confirmed that the first fight's not going to be in the UK. There have been offers that have been received from Saudi Arabia, from Asia. I think there's been an offer made from America. There's been offers made from the Singapore region. So I think the first fight's gonna happen in Saudi Arabia. I think the connections that Eddie Hearn has with the Saudi Arabian royal family and the people out there in the Middle East, I think they've got the deep enough pockets to make it happen, and I think they're the people that are going to put it up for the first fight. But we're hearing that he's getting offers from all over, so it could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. But at the moment, we don't have a venue or a fight date. What we also know is that other people have been cleared out of the way. So people who were stumbling blocks, like Alexander Usyk, who was the mandatory for WBO, have come out and said that he will fight for an interim belt against Joe Joyce. So that stumbling block's out the way. It appears that the Wilder stumbling block is also out of the way on Fury's side of things. So no more roadblocks, no more stumbling blocks. The WBC mandatory is being held up with the White Povetkin fight. WBO mandatory is been taken care of with Usyk having an interim fight. The IBF mandatory was just taken care of by AJ with the Kubrat Pulev fight. And the WBA mandatory hasn't been called yet. So we've got a clear path to undisputed. The sanctioning belts want it. The fighters want it. It looks like the promoters have managed to kind of make up a deal. And I know they definitely want it because the money on the table is too much for them to not want it. The broadcasters definitely want it. And that's where we're going next. Who's going to put on the fight? So in the UK, I'm going to assume it's going to be a split broadcast between BT Sport and Sky Sports, but it's the pay-per-view price that's putting a dampener on things, and this is the first proper negative I can see. I think all the other things I've mentioned before, they've either been sorted out or can get sorted out easily. It's the pay-per-view price that I think is just going to sting us fans. we are desperate for the fight, but nobody in the UK wants to see £50 pay-per-views, £100 pay-per-views. It's not America. It's not the market that we're used to. We're used to paying max £20 pay-per-views. When Eddie upped the Ruiz pay-per-view up to £25, no one was really happy. And he's had to go back down to the 19.99 bracket. When the Zone are doing £1.99 monthly subscriptions and you're getting Canelo fights, you're getting Hooker versus Ortiz, you're getting Chocolatito versus Estrada fights for £1.99 a month, there's no real justification for charging £50. I know it's the undisputed heavyweight champion, or there's definitely no justification for £100 pay-per-view. I'll be so disappointed if that happens, and they can expect a lot of piracy. I think the tactic that they should go for is, let's make the pay-per-view, even, okay, they do the £25 one. I still wouldn't be happy with that. I think the 19.99 one would be fine, but they do the £25 pay-per-view. Imagine how many people aren't going to go down the piracy route if you do it at £25. People are likely to pay that pay-per-view. But if you push it up to the £100 and the £50, those people that thought, oh, you know what, £25, I can get a couple of friends round, or we can make it into a little fight party type settings, I don't mind, just for the peace of mind, for the stream not to go down, etc., etc. But the £50 and £100 pay-per-views, people are just going to, I'll firm the stream going down. It's not the end of the world. So Eddie and Frank, BT and Sky, think carefully before you do something silly with the pay-per-views. Just because this is the fight that we all want and it's the super fight doesn't mean people can't stream. The technologies are out there, the methods are out there. People will turn to streaming if you go crazy with the pay-per-view price. So don't be silly. Like, let's just make the fight accessible for everyone at a reasonable price. The fighters are going to get paid. They're going to eat. So putting it at the £25 just ensures that everyone has access to it. But anyway, that's more than enough that I want to say on that. And overall, I'm just excited for the fight. We've been waiting for an undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. And finally, it looks like we're here. Props to AJ and Fury for signing. I know Fury was even started his mind games way back with the Wilder fight, having the Nigeria gum shield. And then recently saying that he's been drinking 12 pints a day and he's not motivated, he's not training, blah, blah, blah. I think that's all a facade now. I think that he was just doing the mind games. AJ's been putting out that he's ready for the fight, that he's in training camp, that he's preparing. So props to AJ, props to Fury, and let's just make the fight happen, guys. Eddie, Frank, get the site fee, get the site, get the date, and I can't wait. If I could possibly get there, I'll try and get there. And, you know, maybe I'll do some inside scoops or something, whatever. But I cannot wait. And this is the fight. This is the fight. That's what they should call the fight, you know, the promotion. Because normally they have like a little fight name. So I know the Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia fight was called Fire and Ice. And I think the AJ Andy Ruiz fight was the Fight on the Dunes. This fight, the name for this fight should just be This is the Fight. And that is it. Eddie, Frank, sign me up. I'm ready to do the promo. I'm ready to get this fight pumping. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. More to come.